Hello, folks, and welcome to FSElite episode 29. Opening day, we're coming to you live to celebrate the official launch of our website. You can join us live and get a chance to get on the fun and even win a few prizes. And here to introduce everybody is Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Well, hey guys, I figured we'd try something different. So here we are, Google Hangouts, something new, right? You can see us. Anyway, I figured we'd go around and say hello, just introduce everybody. So you all already know who I am, so I'm not going to bother introducing myself, but we'll start on the left. So Callum and his fancy picture. Here you go. Look at this. Look at Cal there. Look at him.
Sexy
oh yeah.
Cal.
Oh
Look
yeah.
how sexy I am.
Anyway,
In my Burger King hat.
that's our resident Brit. He comes on, and brings a soothing voice to our podcast.
He brings class to the podcast. That's what he brings.
Then we have our friend Snafu.
Hello.
His name's really Greg, but here you can see he's probably obeying somebody. Who knows with that picture? Something weird. Then we have a familiar face. Louise, say hello.
Hello. Nice to see you all.
Yeah, I mean, Louise doesn't have anything cool to present, but I figured I'd show him anyway. Here we go. He's got a fucked up license plate.
I've got a fucked up license plate, a gorgeous face, and a very patriotic room.
America, thank you.
And a giant BB-8.
And a giant BB-8. There's a
And a giant BB-8. I've actually never seen a BB-8 that big. That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Next. Look at this face. Woo! Everyone knows him, right?
Hello.
That's Mr. Nick William Reed.
That would be correct. A little background. I've been on Vatsim for 11 years, heavily involved in the flight sim community for longer than that.
Loser.
I'm semi-retired from controlling, even though that there are some people that question that.
Your
He's coming
retirement,
back.
Your retirement
He's
lasts
coming back.
about like 6 weeks at a time.
I don't think it lasted about 6 weeks at a time, but okay.
Every time you retire, I find you on like LA Center in the middle of the day, just so you can
That
hide
is
from
correct.
everybody.
That is
Like,
correct.
oh, I didn't do it.
That is correct. That is correct. That is correct. But the facilities I've been a part of are Cleveland, Washington, Chicago, Minneapolis, Oakland, and of course Los Angeles, where I'm present most of the time now anyways. It's great to be here.
Well, welcome aboard, Nick, and we like to
Thank
annoy
you.
you while you're on Vatsim and do stupid things to piss you off.
Please
Fun.
don't do stupid things, because otherwise a sassy gay guy will come out of his shell where he usually keeps it in. So sorry.
You really want that? Like, we don't want to get attacked on Vatsim.
No,
No,
that's
I
true.
wouldn't.
That's true.
I mean, maybe Nick. And, last but not least, everyone already knows the other Nick, who spells his name with one less letter.
Yes.
His picture keeps popping up, but he just looks really angry for some reason.
That's because people keep putting an H in my name, and there is no H. There never was an H. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm the one that has the H. Or to lessen the confusion, if anybody is watching this, please just refer to me as NWR.
Well, we typically just call you NWR.
I know, but for people who are just noticing me for the first time, that's who I'm referencing it to.
Or I just go by Mr. Reed.
That too.
I'm
Sorry.
gonna go.
By the way, this is on YouTube.
Yes, it is on YouTube.
Yep, this is streaming now live on YouTube.
How do I view it? Where's the link?
I'll put that link in the chat, and I'll put it on our Facebook page here in a couple minutes.
Oh, I put the YouTube on Facebook.
Well, there you go. Callum,
What's up?
the website guru, is way ahead of me, as usual.
That's where he should be. He's on top of his game.
So I figured we'd all get on here because it's a little bit of a different format than usual, a little less organized, but we're just going to kind of sit around and just chat about what's been going on today at the conference, and then just get into sim chat in general, and maybe later we'll all get on and fly and we can do something different or interesting. But Nick, where do you want to start? We'll go with the usual route. We'll just start talking about something. We'll see how it goes from there.
Yeah. Why don't we talk about the website first?
It's probably not a bad place to start since that's a big day today.
Yes, exactly.
Plus, we can put Callum on the spot with it.
Exactly. So,
I've just ran out of beer. How dare you put me on the spot?
Oh, no.
Cal, website, go!
Website's out. Yay. So Greg has been amazing today. He's just been designing logos and stuff. So we've got a really cool branding going on, which I'm just kind of fixing up as we're streaming live. But yeah, the website's looking good. We've got some really cool functions on there. So we've got Ajax searching, so you can just search almost like immediately. We've got popular posts. We've got loads of podcast links. And I think the most exciting feature, which everyone should be looking forward to, is something we've called FSElite Live. So it's kind of like Facebook in a way, in which it kind of just populates a rolling feed of information, but you've got the opportunity to sign up to the site and add friends, talk to people, get to know a couple of the people in the community a little bit more. Obviously, at the minute, there isn't too much activity because, well, we launched 15 minutes ago. But as we get more and more popular, more features will be added as I continue to work on it. But you can stay in contact with your friends. Maybe in the future we can get some developers on here as well, so you can interact with them and get support. But basically, it's just it's like an open system which we can really develop and change as we go forward to be a really interactive thing. And I mean, I think everyone would agree here that the whole website is all about the community and what we can do for you guys. So this is what this is aimed for. This isn't aimed at just being another news site. This is about aviation in general, whether it's real life, whether it's flight sim, whether it's just shit that we're interested in. You'll eventually find it here and through FSElite Live.
So we're going to have to change our tagline. It's not going to be just if it's made of polygons and it flies. We're going to have to go with aluminum and carbon fiber now. Makes it complicated.
Yeah, well, just have to go back and re-record all the other podcasts and edit them. I'm sure you'd love that, Nick.
Oh, fuck no. Fuck no.
Well, I promise you won't have to edit this one.
I better not have to.
I mean, you may have to. You may have to cut it up a little bit if you want to put it on your precious SoundCloud, which will probably DMCA us.
Oh, good God.
You know how it is. But, you know, we're very excited to have the site up. We're going to try and involve the community a little bit more rather than on a forum, but on an open web page or on things like this with Hangouts or the TeamSpeak server, which, again, we'll post a link for that. So you can find most of us on there during the day at some point.
Can you guys see what I'm showcasing?
Yeah, right now I have Greg flying the 777, it looks like, showing on the screen.
Yeah, I can see it.
Oh, that's what's showing.
It's a little flaggy, but
It's probably killing your frame rates.
No, it's not.
Ah, the German cargo.
Something's wrong with my shades, though. I don't know what the hell's going on. What is going on?
Well, naturally, somebody's having a problem.
Yeah, I mean, it never fails, you know?
It's flight sim, right?
Yeah, it's flight sim, and there's always a problem, and it's always going to crash. It's just the way it is.
Oh,
So, I mean, I guess
this.
that's something to discuss anyway. Like,
The flight simulator is poorly coded, and it's absolute.
well, has anyone seen any increases in reliability lately? Because my game has been okay as of late, so.
My game has been just fine. I haven't been having any problems as of late with it.
I've never had issues, and Jordan, like I was telling you yesterday, you had issues all the time where your stuff would crash nonstop. But I hardly ever have issues at all. Like, I don't think I've ever had P3D ever crash on me.
What version are you running right now?
Ages.
Yeah, what version of the Sims are you guys running?
3.2 for me.
I'm still running FSX, so I'm not part of the prepared crowd.
Well, I mean, even still, so that we'll get into that discussion at some point. But
I'm on 3.2 because of all the issues I've heard with version 3.3 with the scenery stuff and also VAS usage as well. Has anyone else had any problems if they're on 3.3?
I haven't even tried. I'm still using 3.2. It's just switching over everything is kind of annoying.
Yeah.
So you're running whatever the last version of 3.2 was to come out.
Yes.
Which is 3.2 dot something something huge.
Apparently
Yeah.
they released a hotfix though.
Yeah, we posted about that yesterday. They released 3.3.5, which was supposed to fix all the bugs that they created.
Well, the thing is, they didn't make bugs when it came to the scenery. They've told developers this for months and months
Well,
and
right,
months, if
right,
not
right.
years. So it's kind of a case of, well, developers needed a kick up the ass to actually conform to Prepared's standard, which I totally get, but maybe they should have warned us, the consumer, before just throwing this update out there and just basically putting a middle finger up to us if we downloaded that beforehand.
Well, I don't disagree. I mean, but they seem to follow a pretty frequent development cycle. No, like you can pretty much tell when a new version of Prepared is about to release.
Yeah, they announce it, but I think it would be more helpful if there was some heads up from the developers or from Lockheed Martin to third-party developers. I don't know how they do the process.
Well, they do. They do when they release a new update. They release a thing saying what they've changed and here's how you fix it. We're not gonna like they said when they released version 3.2 they weren't going to support BGLs anymore, but they still support BGLs because developers are too slow to do it.
That's an aspect that I don't know about.
But that's something that hopefully at some point we can like get a developer on here and talk to him about it. It's something that they would know more than us, but it doesn't sound like they're very elusive, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds like they're certainly more upfront than Microsoft or Dovetail is. Because I remember back in the day, PMDG was whining about how Microsoft made all these changes and they didn't bother to send them a memo. So Microsoft was very secretive and closed off. And, Dovetail, I don't know. I'm not a third-party developer, so I don't know how Dovetail is doing it. But when you have a vibrant third-party community like we do, third-party development community, it's vital to let the people that are reliant on your product to sell their product know what you're doing with that product.
But I think they did. As far as I know, they did. Like, they're not... I don't think that they're, like, being weird about it. But, again, what do I know?
Yeah, I have no idea.
So FlightSimCon, huh?
Well, FlightSimCon is an interesting discussion also.
Yes.
What's
We should call Drew and get a live update.
Jordan, do that right now.
I could, yeah.
Well, maybe we should text him first, let him know he's going to be
Let me see if I can get him to do that.
No, just catch him off guard.
He's like, oh, sorry.
The first
actually looks like they're having a great.
It seems like it's more popular this year than it was previous years.
Definitely. I've seen a couple pictures from the live stream that Air Daily X was doing. I heard there was a live stream
Blasphemy.
Of the 787, and you're right, but I heard there was a live stream of the 787 in action. I've seen a picture. I'm really excited about that. I don't know what else is going on at the conference, though, right at the moment. And what time is it Eastern right now?
It's 2:24 Eastern.
Okay, so we're probably not going to hear a lot until the conference actually closes, I would think, but I don't know.
There's one more day of it, though, I think, on Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, it lasts 2 days. But, I mean, like, the things are going to happen during the show, and I think some people are going to post it on Facebook or whatever, but we're going to hear a lot more after the show closes for the day.
I don't really think so. It doesn't seem like it's going to be like that at all this year. We've already heard before the conference began, Active Sky showed that their new stuff, whatever it was, Active Sky 3D something. Does anyone have the name?
Rex. That was Rex.
Okay, Rex, excuse me.
Oh, no, Active Sky did as well.
did too. Active Sky previewed what they're releasing also.
Oh. I only saw that.
No, they both did. Active Sky did, Rex did, TFDI or TDFI, which one is it? I always screw that up.
TFDI.
I always screw that up.
TFTI.
TFTI. So that's not something else.
Invite.
Whatever it is, like it seems like people are trying to jump the gun this time a little bit. They're trying to get like ahead of the curve.
Which is a good thing. That helps the news sites. And granted, we're not only a news site, but it helps us out. Certainly.
So, anyway, let's see. Has anyone heard anything from the show today so far?
So I think the first thing I saw was the 787. Like,
Yes.
there's only been a couple of pictures and a few. I think a few people who attended the show posted some live streams of the FMS programming, takeoff, and all that sort of stuff. But just from the looks of it, it looks to be really simple on, really easy on frames, which could be good for those people who can't run like the 777 on their setups. But I'm looking forward to it, and I know there's going to be some debate over the quality of the product, considering how long it's been in development. I think it's going to be a pretty good rendition of the 787, personally.
Yeah, I'm really excited about it too. I almost screamed with glee when I first saw that first picture that you posted on our website, Cal. I was just like, yay! But I'm a little 4-year-old inside a 31-year-old body. What can I say?
Wow. What can you do?
That's a bold statement right there.
It is.
If there's
It is.
any.
I'm shutting up now.
That is a bold statement right there, if there's any.
Indeed, sir.
Oh, yes. Tally ho.
Oh, it's a good thing we have a British person here. I'll put the crown on so I look like one of you guys. I'm enjoying this.
Oh, goodness. Oh.
Wow. Jordan is having fun with people talk or whatever.
Hooray!
Hangouts.
Excuse me.
Yes, Your Majesty.
That is amazing.
That's great.
I think it's necessary that we realize that it's kind of necessary to let everybody know that how shall I put it, that we're just testing this out still.
Yeah, we still don't know what we're doing.
Huzzah!
Wow.
And now that Jordan found the sound effects button, we're never going to get anything done.
No, you're probably in trouble for the rest of the day. You should also probably send me the show notes again.
Yeah, I probably should.
But, so I saw the 787, I saw the pictures. Has anyone bothered to ask, because if you go on Facebook, which is the most pathetic thing in the world, and you look at all these groups, they don't really, oh my god, when's it getting released? Did anyone bother to ask them what the system depth is?
That would be nice.
I don't think
apparently it's meant to be very good. That was the only quote I could get from the person who posted the picture. So who knows?
Call Drew. I hope it happens, but who knows?
Yeah, we'll see. Wait and see game.
It's been in development for like 7 years. It can't be shit.
Yeah, I really hope you're right, Callum. I really, really, really hope you're right.
I mean, again, I don't really know what their development cycle is like, but it seems like they just take a long time to do everything.
Well,
Hopefully it's a good thing.
Yeah, hopefully it's a good thing, and we have to realize, too, that when they started this, the 787 wasn't even out yet.
Yeah.
So I think, a little bit of credit where credit's due for that one. And I think also they probably were a little bit too ambitious when they started the project, and, they had only developed 2 products previously, so it was probably one hell of a learning curve.
Well,
I agree 100%.
they did dive in kind of head first on that one.
And I think they shot themselves in the foot as well when they then said they were going to do the 737 Classics.
And they still have the rumors about the Embraer or whatever it is that they also want to work on.
I mean, but what are they even doing?
Well, the
787 is coming, right? But
yes. I don't know.
as far as I was told, the Classic was a dud.
It may be.
But isn't that why they took over it?
They took it over from somebody else, but it sounds like the other people would have done a better job.
Well, I think they picked up a lot of the people from that project too, but they just put it on the back burner because, from my understanding, they just wanted to focus on the 787 instead of the Classic, which I personally can't wait for.
The Classic or the 7.8?
The Classic. I have no interest in the 787 at all.
Oh.
I think a lot of the part too was they got so much backlash from their fans for taking so long that they just wanted to get one product out, and I think they just chose the 787 as opposed to the Classic. And I think you're probably right, Luis, in that the Classic would probably be a more popular airplane, but I don't know. We'll see.
I've heard the argument a lot that a lot of people are just tired of the 737, but the Classic, I mean, how many people make the NG? There's iFly, there's the old PMDG, the new PMDG, and then the only Classic that was ever made was Wilco, which back in FS9 was great, but the FSX version for some reason was awful. So I can't wait for. I know other people absolutely can't wait for it. I just can't wait. I'm a 23-year-old with a 4-year-old who's inside of me who just can't wait for the 737 Classic.
Yeah, it's hard to wait. That's the hardest thing about this hobby. It's like, oh, we're gonna come out with great airplanes in 5 years.
Yeah. Hey, can I sidetrack for just a moment? Since I brought up Wilco in the Classic, can we discuss Wilco's 7X for a minute?
That's actually a great point you make right there. I don't think anyone's really talked about that one yet.
Okay, what were they thinking?
I haven't heard anything about it, but I had such high hopes for it. The only thing I really did hear about it was that, and they had the videos, systems this, systems that, in-depth systems, and then they had a little disclaimer on their website, like, yeah, not all systems are simulated.
Yeah, they put that in at the end, though.
Yeah, they didn't bother to tell anyone. Like, what a fluke.
Well, we were all sitting here waiting like 10 years for that thing, and then all of a sudden it's like half done. I don't really...
I mean, just first of all, like, why do some developers think it's okay to create a subpar panel in terms of, what? No way. You can't say Carenado creates subpar panels. I mean, at least it looks nice. If they spend all the... Oh, systems, that's a different story. Yeah, that's subpar.
Yeah, I thought we were panels, systems, I was on the same.
But just like, the design, the texturing, it looks so fake. It looks like a Wilco product, honestly. It reminds me of the CRJ.
Yeah, I'm watching their intro video right now on their website, or their promo video right now. And the fact that they're talking about that, like, we've partnered with Dassault and we've gotten their license to build this and blah 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 blah, and it's still a piece of junk.
Yeah, they were probably like, "This is it. This is what you gave us."
Yeah.
I mean, after all that time, just they didn't even like. I'm told that even the systems are bad.
I haven't tried it yet.
I visually horrendous.
Does Vatsim maybe have a review? Let me see.
I don't know if anyone's done one yet, but it's just like it just looks terrible. I mean, that's the problem. I think it just looks bad.
Oops, forgot to turn my lights on.
I'm going to see if I can find any type of feedback on it.
I mean, from what I've talked and heard from people, is it looks like it was developed for FS9, and it probably was. And they got so far behind that this is what they did, right? They just like, screw it, let's push it out.
Yeah, I think when developers get to a certain point and there's no way to recover, all they can do is just release it. And unfortunately, that means we get a lot of crappy half-developed airplanes, which I suppose is better than getting no airplanes at all, but it still sucks.
Well, yeah. I mean, but that's so typical.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's typical in the game industry, too. You wouldn't believe how many games get abandoned and don't make it to publication. It's startling. So, I mean, that's going to be a trend in the FS community as well.
True. I'm just surprised that with Wilco's track record that they haven't improved on their product.
I just don't think it matters to them.
I mean, something must clearly be working.
It's working with the people who don't care.
I think it's working with the people that don't know any better, honestly.
There must be a lot of those people, because, I mean, maybe I'm just spoiled and I care too much, but
well,
I guess
you
so.
know, I'm one of those people where the first add-on I bought was an Abacus because I didn't know any better. I was just that fucking stupid. So I mean, and now we're sitting around this table thinking, how can anybody be that fucking stupid? But it happened.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
Very unfortunately.
There's nobody really that's just will say something's bad when something's bad, though.
Yeah, well, that's
what
one of
we're
the.
here for.
That's what we're here for, in a way.
Well, that's what I'm hoping we can kind of do, because
Convey to people.
it's been I mean, you can tell how biased it's been. We can talk about Calum's article at some point if you want to, Cal, but it's just an interesting field, to say the least.
Well, one thing I would like from Wilco is a P3D version, fully remodeled and redone for widescreen of the Embraer 190 package, or the E-Jets.
Which really wasn't bad at all. Yeah.
E-Jets would be great.
That was more Fielder, though. Fielder was the actual developer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wilco was just a distributor.
Fielder was indeed the developer.
Right.
I wonder if we can reach out to them and say, hey, you want to do something for us?
Do they
Update
even
your panel a
exist
bit?
anymore, or do they just they only do that racing sim now, don't they?
I haven't heard from them in ages. It seems like
It's been a long time.
It's kind of like bringing up Level D. It's like, who?
Hey guys, did you know Level D is making a 757?
Did you know Aerosoft is making a CRJ?
No.
Did you know they're...
I know somebody who knows.
You know somebody who knows what?
That Aerosoft's making a CRJ.
Oh.
Oh, me too, yeah.
Yeah. I won't do it.
I'm surprised if we don't hear anything at FlightSimCon.
Well, apparently he speaks at later today. I think around now, actually. What time? I think at 3 o'clock or something like that. So hopefully we'll hear something. I'm going to try and get some word from the people I have on the ground there.
Is there any way that we can stream something that's being streamed at FlightSimCon in this...
Is it being streamed on YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Then I can do whatever you want.
Oh. So we could just lower the volume and comment on it.
Well, if you give me a YouTube link, I'll do it.
I don't have one. Not at this time. I'm about to land.
I won't use our friends link, Twitch link, so we can't use
hold on.
that.
Oh no, it's just from last year.
No breaking news.
I just googled YouTube FlightSimCon and it was just YouTube videos from last year.
Yeah, that's what I ran across earlier today too. It's kind of frustrating. Oh, there we go. I think I know. I don't know what happened.
Is that any good yet?
Is the feed of what I'm watching on you?
Oh, sorry, I'm not paying attention.
Well, I was just playing with. If you can just send me links. Actually, you can also just play stuff on the left. You know that. I think there's like a plug-in thing on the left there.
I just shared the screen. I was watching the Wilco video.
Yeah, I know. I started playing it.
Oh, why does it keep doing that? Oh, there we go.
Your scenery's got
so laggy.
It's hard to stream a stream.
Yeah. No, it is. I have all sorts of trouble when I stream on Twitch, so I'm the last person to talk. Dimitri was giving me shit about that the other day. It's like, well, I'm doing the best I can. I can afford a 750 Ti, and that's all I can afford.
Is that what your new card?
Yeah, that's my new, air quotes, new card.
Well, not bad. Anyway, back to Wilco, because I guess we're just talking about developers now.
We're talking about whatever we want to talk about.
I really wish somebody would make a 170 in E-Jet.
That would be nice. That would be so nice.
Why
Somebody's
would
got to be
somebody-
doing it. I'm sure somebody's got to have it up their sleeve.
By now, it's just like an overdue airplane.
It's gaining so much popularity right now.
Small
And now
jet.
they're already making the second one, theoretically.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things like, what the hell? There's no. I mean, we have a 737. We're gonna get a new one of those eventually.
Where's our new 757?
I mean, when was there a good old 750? I guess PSS was all right.
Yeah, PSS was pretty good.
Oh,
Eh,
they
I
had a
never
pretty-
really liked it.
Really? I thought
Captain Sim I
PSS
liked.
Really? That's interesting.
Yeah.
I hate Captain Sim.
I remember back in FS9 days where the Captain Sim 757 was probably one of the most laggiest things I had ever ran. Like it just ate up all of my frames, and it was a laggy thing. I just couldn't use it, and now it's not that bad, and it's got all that eye candy, and the systems actually aren't that bad either. I actually really like it.
Okay, fair enough.
In my opinion, no, I wouldn't say it's the best 750. The quality wings is good, but I think systems. I don't know. Actually, I haven't flown either in so long. I honestly can't say.
I flew both relatively close together, and I live streamed them, and I have problems with both airplanes, so I'd really like to see a full-on new 757. But I think we were talking about the ERJ, if you want to go back to that.
I don't care what we talk about. We were just talking about developers in general and products we expect. That was really about it. I have a video of the 7X playing right now, I think.
Joey says Milviz is making what?
Let's just ask.
Oh dear.
Joey, what's Milviz making?
When I think about this is a terrible idea. I really shouldn't unmute him, should I?
This is a horrible idea, Jordan.
Well, he's not chatting, so I don't know. Never mind.
Okay, can I?
All right, Joey, you wanted to talk.
A while back, Milviz on their Facebook posted about making a number 190 and 170. I am currently looking for the photos. They also
How long ago was that? Share the link when you do.
yeah.
Jordan.
Joey wanted to be on the podcast. We probably just lost 50 viewers.
So we're minus 40 already.
We're up to 2 viewers on Twitch. We're doing something.
One of them is probably me, because I think I got it on one of my tabs.
Yeah, I mean, we got 3 viewers on YouTube, or 3 viewers on this, and one of them is definitely me.
We're all just watching ourselves.
The only people watching
Our
the
ego.
podcast are us. That's great.
Well, I guess we'll just take the prizes all for ourselves. Screw anybody
That's
that wants
fine.
prizes. That's all. It's all
Milviz.
ours.
Speaking of Milviz, it looks like they're working on a number of things concurrently. Oh my God, the Lear 60 modeling, the Lear 60, the King Air, the C-130, the J model. They're doing a
Alright.
Beaver. They're doing
Dude, I need
the
a link.
F-16.
I need a link
Just
to their
look on their
page.
Facebook.
This is all on their. I
Yeah.
mean, they're obviously
Yeah.
more active than I thought they were.
They're doing a ton. I didn't even know they were making an F-16. Their F4 just released, which honestly, again, I have no interest in, but I'm sure it's pretty good.
I will say. Go ahead.
I don't know how I feel about. I've had a pretty bad experience with Milviz. I only own the classic 737, which I love, and I had high hopes for because it had an FMS. But every time I asked for support, they would always kind of just. I felt like what's that guy's name? Colin always kind of had like an attitude anytime he talked to somebody.
Which company? I'm sorry.
Colin,
Milviz.
same Colin as TFDI.
No, Milviz.
Milviz.
Well, they have crossover between TFDI and Milviz.
So I guess Colin's been great. So
Yeah,
maybe it's just he gets busy.
Yeah, I think he
Oh.
just gets busy. Don't talk shit about Colin. He's awesome.
Maybe is that the same Colin? Let me.
I don't know. I don't know.
We
I
don't
don't know.
know.
I've never purchased a Milviz product. I've heard decent things about their King Air that's coming. So,
Which I can't wait for.
I've never actually. Go ahead.
No, I didn't hear what.
I can't wait
for
for the King Air. It's going to be great. Hopefully, I think this will be the first Pro line that'll actually be a Pro line.
That's what I was told.
Unlike Carenado's attempts at Pro line.
I'd like to correct myself. It's actually Razbam who was making the E170. I'd like to correct myself.
Oh, that's horrible.
Did they scrap the project? They scrapped their 120.
Yes, I believe so because
I think they're only focusing on DCS World, right?
yes, because from what they said on a post, that's what brings a lot of their profit in.
Well, I think they lost a lot of their profit by scrapping those other projects, but whatever.
I personally liked the Metroliner. It was a really good aircraft.
I have it. I bought it on sale for like $15, and I've honestly never flown it. But it looks really good.
If you study the systems well and read it, you can fly it like the real thing.
Yeah.
It just
Well, that's good.
I have like no interest in that airplane in particular. In a Metroliner. Like, who wants to fly that plane?
Well, you were making all sorts of fun of Mitch for wanting to fly that plane when he was doing flight training up in Manitoba or wherever the fuck he ended up.
Canada.
Yeah, somewhere in fucking Canada.
Same thing, you know? Anyway, so I mean, I would like an E190 of a decent level. Just saying.
I want a 757 at a decent level. So,
Greg, where are you landing?
What?
Where are you landing?
Or was I landing?
Oh, did you finish?
Well, kind of, sort of.
What happened?
Well, I was trying to like multitask between Google Hangouts, looking for the plane and all that stuff, and I forgot to hit the approach button on the plane. So I had to go around the first time, and then the second time I hit the approach button, but it didn't follow the approach path. So I was basically out of fuel at that point, so I said screw it.
Ow.
So you abandoned the flight that you've been doing for like 5 hours.
It's been 3.
Okay.
I've done that plenty of times.
I didn't really enjoy the flight because I spent it most of the time on here trying to do whatever it is that we were doing before the stream.
Yeah, our pre-production process leaves a lot to be desired.
I mean, it does take a minute. We're trying something different here.
Yeah, it's true. I just thought I'd make fun of it publicly because that's the thing to do.
I'm looking at photos of the E120. It looks like before they canceled it, it looks like it was very far along.
Yeah, it was, which I have no idea why they canceled it. Somebody else should pick up the project.
I mean, they probably wouldn't, but I'd recommend they just release it for free or something.
Honestly, How do you think Nick feels about being the big picture that pops up when I post links to our stream?
Oh, where's Nick?
It's just a big picture of Nick Jackson. Just but it's like the 007 version because it looks like he's in a gun barrel. Like.
Well, at least it's not a video. I can live with that image being all over the internet. I cannot live with a video of me being all over the internet. I can't. No.
I mean, there's already a video of you all over the internet.
What video is this?
The one that you did with Joey.
Oh, fuck you.
What?
Joey Brown, everyone.
And fuck you, Joey Brown.
Round of applause.
Everyone, yeah, Joey Brown. Hooray!
I want to hear the Price is Right.
we have the FSElite edition of The Price is Right, which we could play again at some point.
That's
We
very
do.
true.
We should play that.
Yeah.
The over and under on how quickly Joey will get kicked out of the chat for annoying me. You know,
Aviation trivia.
I could do some aviation trivia. We could do some aviation trivia.
I did way back in the day in a virtual airline. I made a Jeopardy like thing off this website with a bunch of aviation trivia. I'd have to find it, but
I love trying to quiz Dimitri on his aviation knowledge. And he just, you know, it was between myself, Hayden, and Jordan, and we'd ask a question, and he's like, It was pretty amusing. By the way, he is completely...
Hello, everyone!
He has completely ditched us and is out on a flight lesson today. And that's... I hope he flies well.
Was that the Joey Brown noise?
no.
No.
Jordan,
Well,
I sent something in TeamSpeak.
Oh, Jordan, I sent the link to the show sheet for whatever use that we're using it now. I think it's toilet paper at this point.
We need to learn to talk on a chat, guys. This is very professional of us.
Well, it's live, so, I mean...
Well, God.
You do it. Where's the fail music?
That's too Spanishy.
It is
All right.
just
I say we let's put a flight in the air.
Yeah, I'm thinking that we should get ready to do a flight, too.
I will not be able to join on the flight, but is there anything you guys want me to talk about?
Anything you would like to discuss? We haven't really talked enough. We really just kind of messed around a little bit.
Well, yeah, I know. I'll just say real quick that there are a couple of events coming up. One of them is the ZLA live event. It'll be an FNO on the 24th. That'll be held at the Hilton Garden Inn Marina Del Rey in LA. Having a lot of controllers.
LAN party.
present. Yeah, something along those lines of that. So, Luis, if you want to come down and watch people control, please do.
Can I bring beer?
I will have to check with that, but I'm assuming yes.
All
So
right.
I don't know though. So we'll have to see. So
Oh, a lot of kids
other-
here, huh?
well there will be
Not-
kids, but I know, but people under 21. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know though. So but yeah. Other than that, other Vatsim news that I can report in is the pilot quality is still down, and I really think that Vatsim needs to address that at some point or
Well,
another.
I guess we can.
But how
just
do
move
you
to
address
that?
that?
Yeah, we can have that
Yeah.
discussion on the Vatsim thing because I mean we've had this
Yeah.
discussion 1,000 times, but we've all been on there for way too long. And
Yeah.
I mean, is the pilot quality going down, or are we just getting older?
I think we're just
Um,
getting older. I think it's a little bit of both.
It is
Yeah, a
a
little bit of both.
it is a little bit of both. I think Greg really definitely hit it on the nail there. It's a little bit of both, but I really feel that it's people that are simply just becoming more immature in life and and they just really don't care to learn about how to fly on the network properly or how to fly in general properly. I mean, this was a simulation, but also a training tool for many years, but now it's not, I feel. So,
I wouldn't say that because, I mean, looking back on it, I mean, I started at 13 and I was flying default airplane, and granted I wasn't flying on the network, but
yes.
by the time I started flying on the network, I was flying the PMGG and stuff like that. So I guess I matured before I got onto the network, but
Right. And I think, but the problem is I don't think that's what people are doing now, is people are definitely not maturing before they get onto the network. I mean, they're trying to...
Well, they did try and do that pilot.
Entrance.
The pilot
Certification, right?
certification, yeah, and I mean I know people are still part of it and whatnot, but I just feel like there's a limited enrollment that's been commonplace there for some time since it started. I mean, ZLA, of course, has had their own pilot certification program for many years, and that was the one that started for that one. That's the one that started a long time ago. I mean, at first it had a great turnout, but now I rarely ever see anybody come on and wanting
thought it
to
was
do a pilot
required.
cert. No, it's not required.
Well, then
to
it's
my
pointless.
knowledge. It is pointless, yeah. I mean, I don't think any of the pilot cert programs are required, but I honestly believe that they should be required.
Well,
Just
what,
to,
what
or at
that
least,
does is it
sorry.
goes back to what you were saying, Nick. What you were saying about when you were talking about people not wanting to learn. Well, if you want to
Yes.
learn, it's there.
It is there. It is there. I mean, but I understand that the requirement portion shouldn't be. I mean, the requirement portion might be like a little bit over the top and whatnot, but I just still think that I mean, maybe for certain things, the requirement process wouldn't be such a bad idea.
Now, do you think do you think the quality of pilots is, more crucial, or I think air traffic controllers care more about it than other pilots do?
Yes,
'Cause they're the ones who have to deal with it.
They do. Yeah, because I mean, I've been controlling on the network for about 10 and a half of my 11 years of being on this network, and just to see how low the pilot quality has gone downhill in that span of in the span of a decade, it kind of is disheartening to me, because it's just, I remember when pilots were good. I mean, I don't have to explain to everybody, hey, you're not supposed to turn right on the Loop 8 departure out of LA. You're supposed to fly at the departure as published, which is heading at 235 for radar vectors.
I will say that is definitely happening more.
Yes, it
There's
is.
definitely more bullshit.
Yes.
A lot of people on the other side of the fence will complain that the quality of controlling has gone down. I don't really agree with that. In every place, not in every place.
Not at every place, Jordan, but you are
but
correct.
I think the same crappy RTECs are still the same crappy RTECs.
Yes, they are. Yeah, no, that's exactly true. And what the thing is those RTECs have basically gone to more shit, I mean, than they were before. I mean, and it's ones that I just completely avoid, because I know that the quality of the controlling there is absolute crap, and I cringe at improper phraseology.
I'm curious, which ones? It's probably better if you don't speak on it, actually.
I would not.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I wouldn't comment on it. But
I'm not going to, but I will say, I guess maybe for a generalization purpose, I would say the middle part of the country.
It's just generally misrepresented, though.
Yeah, it is.
There's nothing there. I mean, Denver's all that's there.
Denver and Chicago. That's it.
So I mean, not to be a complainer, but I tried to control in Miami and didn't hear back from them for 4 weeks.
No. I mean, Miami is absolute crap.
Well, what's the point then?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't mean to say that publicly here and whatnot, but
I will say that I've been enjoying flying on Vatsim the past week or so.
That's good.
That's really good.
That's quite good.
I've tried vPilot or whatever. Not vPilot. What the hell is the pay one?
It's Pilot Edge.
Pilot Edge. Maybe when they cover the whole country.
Well, yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. I did a trial of Pilot Edge because I know of people that have gone over there from Vatsim to go work there, and because they want something a little bit more professional experience. I tried the trial last summer. I enjoyed it, but I really don't think it's worth the $30 a month for it. I mean, it definitely.
I thought it was 10.
No, it's 30. I believe it's close to 30.
Well, that's a turnoff.
Yeah, it's a huge turnoff. I mean, it's really catering towards people who are using that are able to be. Yeah, it's catered towards flight schools, number one, and catered towards pilots who just want to refresh on their IFR skills and whatnot. They're not really looking for the flight simulator community at all. They're looking for like real pilots, which that's fine. That's perfectly fine. It's just it just doesn't work for some. But I really enjoyed it. I mean, if I were able to get another trial again, I probably would definitely do it because most of it is quality controllers. So
Yeah, I think I talked to the Pilot Edge guy, and it would probably be good to have him on the show again. But I remember kind of when they first started out, they were actually trying to get flight simmers. And I think the further they got along, the further they saw that flight simmers weren't necessarily their customer base. So now instead of, they show up, I'm not sure if they're attending or exhibiting at Flight Sim Con, that would be a good question. But like they show up at Flight Sim Con, but that's not their main market anymore. It's more the Sun and Fun and Oshkosh and that sort of thing.
yeah, exactly. I mean, that's what their client. I believe that's what his clientele is gravitating towards. So
I haven't had any real issues. I mean, even LA has been fine. Oakland's always been good.
Yep. There are a couple.
You can definitely tell it's changed a little bit, but it's
I will say about.
It's gone from the days where we come on as Riptide or Fusion. Everyone knew exactly who we are. To what's Foos?
What's Foos? One thing definitely that has changed considerably is and you're speaking specifically about Oakland. There's been some peaks and ebbs with management lately, where I don't know how to describe it, but there can be.
They're just changing hands.
They are changing hands. Things are definitely going differently. And it's just the problem is there are some people that are just absolute douches within management, but then there aren't. So,
I think one of the interesting things about Vatsim is, it started in the early 2000s, and you think about it, how many generations of people have gone through and been really dedicated volunteers and then phased out and then phased back in again and phased out. It's amazing that it's lasted this long, and I kind of, in a way, with the pilot quality and controller quantity and some of that other factor, I wonder how long what its lifespan is going to be.
Well, I know that from some conversations that I have had with other members who have been basically around since the Satco days, or have been around for as long as I have. I think, let me see here. Jordan, you've been around for a long time. I don't know. I think Luis as well. Gregory, definitely. Other people as well, too. I honestly don't know how much longer Vatsim can sustain itself with just substandard servers, number one, and substandard code.
Well, that I've been having a lot of problems with. That's actually a good point. They're always split now.
Yes. And it's really, honestly is terrible. There's terrible servers that'll split, that'll cause issues with AI traffic and everything else. It's absolutely crap.
We got to remember it's free, right?
It's free.
Well, no, yes, you're absolutely right, but then that comes to my next point is if we want to do some updates, it's going to require a hefty amount of donations to have this continue on, but I really don't see the user base coming out in droves to.
I don't really agree with that. If they were to say, hey, donate some money, and then you have a little bit of say in what direction we go in, or something.
Well,
the problem is the Vatsim establishment is so.
Yes, that's exactly
why. The people behind it are so close-minded.
Well, they are so close-minded, and number one, and number two, they're just a lot of older folks, and they are. And that's another problem that people can run into. If they want to try and change something, it has to go all the way up to the Board of Governors.
Which I don't think there's anybody of our
generation.
flying.
No.
In that, like, it's a representative government of people who just kind of don't know how to operate their Windows computer anymore.
They rarely ever fly as it is nowadays. So I mean, I do see them on occasion, but I don't feel like it's a representation of there's full there. I don't feel like there's full representation of the entire body of the network in terms of age, people, how people involve themselves with the network, if they do this as a training part and all that sort of stuff. I mean, there's a lot of things that are missing from people being on the board of governors, I should say.
I mean, I've tried. I've applied for VatGov stuff and Vat USA positions, and it's irrelevant. You know that if you apply, they're not going to pick you anyway. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, and it's very. I mean, that's why I've never applied for any of this stuff, because really just what it all boils down to is the politics on this network, at least within the U.S. side. I think there's been some improvements on the U.K. Cal, I don't know if you're even on the network or not, but I don't know if you can say anything in regards to how things are over in the UK or in Europe in general, in terms of the management of the controlling systems over there. But the US management, it's hit and miss. I'm talking about for VAT USA in general. I mean, you have some good people that are trying to improve the program here, but then you have other people that are just kind of roadblocking it and say, hey, let's not be as realistic as we would that other people would like to be.
Let's do what we can for now, and we'll figure it out later.
Exactly.
And then later never comes.
Yeah, later never does come. Yeah.
I mean, does anyone else have any thoughts on the state of Vatsim, I guess is the way to go with it?
Well,
Get younger governors.
Jordan, do you mind if I chime in real quick before I step away?
All right, well, you could have just started talking when I asked the question.
I've already said that.
Oh, Joey, okay.
No fail.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joey Brown.
Okay. I've been a pilot on Vatsim for about 3, maybe 4 years now. I want to speak from the pilot side. I was a controller on the network for about a year, and basically, Nick touched on the point. The pilots, yes, they are decreasing in quality, but I have seen improvement in the pilot quality, such with a lot of virtual airlines and programs. I believe a new program, the ATO program, recently came out to help pilots get better. I don't exactly know the details.
Which
on
program?
That. It's some ATO program that USA started, I believe, or somebody that North America. I, from a pilot, on the other hand, have noticed a difference for the 3 years. When I originally joined Vatsim, I was a complete idiot, and a lot of people can speak on that. And a lot of the people that join and are
Jordan.
are not. I think one of the main problems is people think they can join this network and just think they can fly. And are not willing to learn. I was willing to learn, and I've much improved myself from my original joining. Yes, we still all make mistakes on this network.
That's the point. That is the point.
That's just the point of learning.
That's how you learn. You learn from mistakes. So, like, we all don't want to make a mistake and fuck up and ruin the controller's day, but in reality, it doesn't matter as long as you're not screwing up on purpose and then, I'm going to take off. I mean, even yesterday, I know it was the fault of probably the server, but yesterday in that 717 stream, somebody runway incursioned him. He had to go around on Vatsim. The first time he's ever shown that airplane online, he has to go around.
And the thing is, a lot of the people, I think the problem is they're not willing to learn from mistakes. They say, oh, the controller's wrong. I know what I'm doing. I think I'm all that. And it's also, what I think is, it's never going to happen. I know it's been proposed a million times. A pilot entrance exam to weed out those people who are not willing to learn on the network.
Well, I think that's where groups like, virtual airlines and virtual flying groups and flying clubs and all that crap come into place, because they can train you separately from the established setup, which is non-existent, essentially.
Correct. And one thing I have noticed, and I've actually tried Pilot Edge. I did the 2-week trial. I made a few mistakes, and immediately after making those mistakes, the controller actually helped me and told me what I did wrong. On Vatsim, mostly the controller just yells at you and tells you to do it again.
Yeah, no. I try and do that as a controller myself. I feel like I'm possibly one of the few. Maybe Drew Calra is another one that could possibly be that as well. That try and help the pilots do things properly. I mean, file a flight plan properly, do a departure procedure properly, arrival procedure, etc. I mean,
Well, I mean, it's all been written out, though.
No, it's been all written out, yes, but some people just don't pay attention to that
So
at
then,
all.
I mean, I'm not the nicest person in the world, but all I would do is send them a link directly to that PDF and say, read it and come back again. Try again.
Exactly.
I'm not saying fuck off. I'm saying try again.
Yeah.
Most people interpret try again as fuck off, it seems.
And basically,
yeah,
I've noticed that, and when I did Pilot Edge, and that's the thing that made me want to go to Pilot Edge more, because the controller was willing to help, and that's something on Vatsim I don't see often. Yes, Nick, Drew, and a lot of other people I can name have.
You just have to pick. Yeah, you have to be very selective in where you're flying. You have to know who you're flying with. That's all. It's the same as it's always been.
And speaking from used to flying in Europe a lot, I've noticed over in Europe the controller and pilot quality is a lot better, because over there they are very in line and strict.
Yeah, I really picked off a European controller the other day. Callum can tell you about that one.
Oh. Wait, which time?
Gatwick.
Oh, what, when we flew from Gatwick to New York?
Yeah.
Because you fucked up on both ends, to be fair.
Yeah, the whole flight.
Surprise!
So,
Busted.
like, I just want to go on from what Nick Reed was saying about UK. I mean, I've never had an issue with UK controllers, and I've never controlled. I've always just been a pilot. I've never gone through the pilot training. But I think I spent a lot of time, and what I found very useful was YouTube videos for studying what other people had done as well. And I guess as well, just kind of sitting on the network, away from all the activity and just listening to the frequency, I think really helps kind of make me more comfortable with the vocabulary. And I think that's what I even now I still struggle with today, is just kind of listening to how quick some of the controllers can speak, and I'm trying to like frantically take notes, and it's just not something I'm very used to in real life, because typically when we speak to one another, communicate, it's quite slow, whereas some controllers are speaking really quick. But I get that because it's quite a time-pressured environment, and also it can get really busy, especially around London airspace.
Oh God, yes.
I just think some people are just really impatient, and it does piss me off. And you're like trying to read back a call, you're listening to your call, and you get some kid going rah, 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 rah. And
yeah.
It's been like that a lot more lately too. You know, I've noticed that it just seems to. Obviously, the age of who's on the network is not going to stay the same forever.
It's decreasing. I've noticed younger and younger.
I would agree with that.
Now, do you think that started happening when FSX became a Steam game?
Yes.
Could have been.
That's what I always keep telling myself.
I also believe with technology becoming more and more available these days, might also have something to do with it. I'm not 100% sure.
All right, who wants to fly?
Well, you're already loaded up, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, you're clearly ready to go.
I've been ready to go.
Wow.
Well, I'm not ready to go. I'm ready to get started. Put a plane in the air. We'll talk some more. At least give something.
Well, why don't we take a quick break and come back? I need to go to the bathroom, frankly, and I announced that to the entire world. The whole seven people watching this now know I need to go to the bathroom. But
I need to go to
Plus
sleep.
one on Twitch.
Well, the seven people watching, I think, are us.
Yeah.
You're probably right? There are seven
I
people.
closed my link.
I don't have it up.
Oh, now there's only 6.
That's because I closed mine.
Lord Green approaching.
All right. Let's see.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Time. Or is it sound effects time?
Cortez, wake up.
Dude, I hungover and tired.
That literally changed nothing. It literally changed nothing.
For those of you that might be listening to the audio recording, Jordan's playing with on-screen effects, and now he has like a mustache, a handlebar mustache, and a
That's a Sir stash, okay?
third stash. Whatever.
A Sir stash.
Whatever.
Indeed, sir.
Now he has a monocle. A scuba diving gear. This stuff is probably all getting cut.
That didn't
I'm gonna
change
hate
anything
myself
either.
later.
Greg.
That's clown hair.
Greg, it didn't change anything. I look exactly the same.
Wait, what?
Put the clown hat on, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Jordan, you're enough of a clown on the network as it is anyways.
I'm no clown on any network. At least I'm not Nick.
Be nice.
What?
Wait,
I can land with less than a 5,000 vertical feet per minute. Which means nothing. I can also land within 1,000 feet of the runway markers.
Jordan, you can also land on the runway. In New York, he landed on a taxiway and got towed off.
Did he really? Did he really?
I landed on the runway and I taxied
You
off
couldn't
on
even
the
make it to the runway, Nick.
Oh, no.
Come on.
runway.
Nick Jackson, everyone. Can't even make it to the runway. He just kind of ends up just about 20 feet short. Hooray!
Always falling short. That's me.
There's some sort of prop here that I can use. What can I do with this prop?
It
Nothing.
must be your birthday.
No, in my defense, the New York scenery was not working. I landed on a runway, I taxied off on a runway, and got told off. That's
I'm pretty sure that you tell me something is wrong with something every time.
Sounds like Ed.
It says Lord Green next to my head, doesn't it?
It
Lord
says
Green.
Why does it say that? I didn't even. It didn't even give me the option to change that. It just kind of did it by itself.
You gotta go to text.
I don't want to go to text. Anyway. Dun 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 dun. So I guess
break time.
Yeah, I think we're going to be taking a break.
yeah, I mean we may as well at this point. We kind of blew that one.
Nobody's watching.
I'm watching.
I'm watching.
It was
but
fun at least.
yeah, it's fun. It's just
We just got to be consistent with it. You know, just keep going. Once we get more readers, then we do it.
Yeah.
Does the YouTube, like when you play a YouTube, I am presenting to everyone, okay? Stop. When I play a YouTube link, what happens?
No less, gentlemen. As you guys are going to be going to break, I'm going to actually head out because I have other things going on today. But great being part of the first podcast.
Agreed.
See you
thank
later.
you, Nick.
See you later, Nick.
You're
you,
welcome. Peace and love, guys.
Peace.
Yeah.
Yeah,
ya.
thanks very much. Take care.
You're welcome. Cheers.
Cheerio. Cheerio.
We need to have Nick on a regular podcast.
Does it play when I talk?
No, I'm not seeing or hearing anything other than Joey.
It's playing on the live stream.
Huh.
What's
You
playing?
can't hear that, huh?
No, can't hear or
A
see.
YouTube video.
YouTube? Oh no, I played it for like a second.
It's
Yeah.
weird. I'm watching the Twitch output and Jordan's talking, but I'm not hearing anything.
I'm not talking. I was trying to play the YouTube video.
Well, no. My point is the delay is so long that it still shows the video of you talking, even though it's been like 3 minutes.
It's showing
Alright, I too am
showing
gonna-
the music on mine. Go to sleep,
I'm gonna.
dude.
Yeah, I'm gonna take off. I'm about to pass out here. Good to talk to you all. Talk to you all soon.
Thanks, Luis.
See y'all
See you
later.
later. Take care.
Thanks.
So we FX failed it.
Failed what?